Hi everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I'm Karima, and this
Hello,
is
Mariana is here too. Hi
hi
guys.
again. For those who know us, you know that we're here to do your horoscope. Welcome for everybody who is new. Mariana and I usually do like to do an horoscope for each season of the zodiac, basically. So
Hmm.
the first part is our general reading that we're doing on the podcast of the Modern Witches, and we just talk about basically the transit that is happening from during all the seasons. So for this one, for Gemini season, from the
Hmm.
20th of May to the 20th of June.
Hmm.
And then we usually come on YouTube and do an horoscope. So it's about 10 minutes horoscope for each sign of the zodiac. So you can look at your sun, at your moon, or at your ascendant, and look what resonates with you. Sometimes it's like two signs and it's like a good general reading for you. But we
Hmm.
highly advise to look and to listen to the podcast and the general reading because you will have more insight about all the transit. In the horoscope, we really focus on specific ones.
Yeah,
What else? We're just excited to be with you
I'm
guys
so
and
excited. Gemini season is ahead of us, so it's gonna be a good one. It's a lighter energy season as
yep,
a mutable sign. So check out all your placements.
for sure. And feel free to likes, feel free to comments, feel free to tell us if it resonates with you or not, or what you're going through. It's always helpful for other people to know what the same family sign are living through, or even for us, Mariana and we can see what is very important for you.
For sure.
So I
Now we're
think
gonna
that's
do
it.
the sign by sign. So go
Go
ahead and
for it. Hi everyone.
hi, everyone. Hi, dear Virgos. It's good to have you back, and we welcome you if you're a new listener to your monthly Gemini season from Karima and myself here. So, Virgos, Gemini season is activating your 10th house.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the house that is responsible for things like your status, your worldly achievement, your career, how you're seen in the world in a professional sense of the word, not like in a personal, how you are, your dealings with authority figures in your life, maybe someone paternal, also that area in your chart can be activated. It can be both actually mother and father relationship, depending on is who is more of authority in your life. All these themes are coming to the forefront from May 20th for you, Virgo. This is a time where through communication, through interaction with others, through networking, you can put yourself out there on the worldly stage. You can make a mark one way or another. The only thing you have to watch out for is that until June 3rd, the ruler, your ruler, and the ruler of the season, which is Mercury, is going to be retrograde. First in Taurus, and then it's going to go back your ninth house, and then it's going to go back in Gemini in your 10th house. So, because this is your ruler specifically, if you are Virgo rising, it might not be a good idea for you to start any major projects that until June 3rd. It's time to prepare. This is time to maybe structure the plan, maybe make lists, maybe strategize, so to say. And then after June 3rd and onward, you have a green light in many of your projects.
Yeah, I agree. And you have it's very nice for you right now. It's like having the sun in this part of the chart in the 10th house. It's very outgoing, it's very bright. Sometimes it's like inside of your own job, of your own work, when you get like more, like you get to get more seen by your boss, or
Mm-hmm.
you get to get a promotion, or you get a new project that can add to your value, add to your skill, add to your talents. It's something to shine inside of your career, or it can be totally different and it's something that you created on your own. But it's the time for you to very much seen how do you want to be seen, and you, like Mariana said, your achievement in the world. is going to be very important during that time. And you have Mars and Jupiter in the 8th house. 8th house is usually a darker house when we talk about shared resources, collaboration. But this house is communicating very well with the 10th house. So Aries in your 8th house is in the 8th house and is fire. Is the sign that is expressing the 8th house for you. And the sun and Gemini is in the 10th house. So is an air sign. So like we always say, air is feeling the fire. So those two are feeling together. And having Mars, the planet of action, of a warrior vibe, of going forward in the 8th with Jupiter is expanding that feeling and that those opportunity to move forward. I cannot stop thinking that something is happening in your career or something is happening in your job or whatever you want to call it that ask for collaboration.
Yeah.
Ask for a partnership that can bring you more value or more money or more acknowledgement or more just being seen even more inside of your field.
You know what I'm thinking here? Because 8th house is other people's resources. It can't deal with money. It can be energetic resources. It can be any sort of important valuables that are coming from other people. So here you have this expansion where by being open to making deals with other people, by being open with learning from sort of from getting resources from other people, you can really expand your career. It can go as like, you know, things like if you're seeking loans or you're seeking investments, for example, or if you work in a company that and your job is in one way or another in like let's say grant writing or seeking funds, it can really help you, or seeking some all sorts of resources that can promote you and put you up on the ladder. You know, and especially, you know, one thing that's very interesting here with both Venus and Mercury is in I think in Taurus until June 14th. Yeah. So until June 14th, you have both Venus and Mercury in your 9th house. So this dealings, these connections can have something to do with long distance travel, with learning, with some kind of maybe getting your master's or like next level degree, maybe all that sort of things, studying behind the scenes, maybe because you have Mars and Jupiter in the 8th house, you know, going a little bit, doing a lot of research. 8th house, maybe you will go so deep within your research for your studies that will help your career. That is one of the things how we can tie all this together, especially with the new moon in your 10th house on May 30th. It's just that new beginning with what do you want to do professionally, what effort, because 8th house for me is also that kind of like extra effort that is like very Plutonian effort, you know, like tremendous push in the place maybe where the fear is, or something where you can really get started with a new project, with new position in your work environment.
And it's very interesting, like Moya said, that it's coming from the 9th house, also that you have Mercury go retrograding in that part of the chart, and you have Venus right now. So there is something to learn to improve your skill. There's something to learn or to educate yourself, or to just grow. That will help you grow. And with the 8th house, that can also be with Mars and Jupiter, investing your money somewhere. That can be also that to grow your finance. There's also with the 8th house a sense of healing, because even if we talk about shared resources and all that, there is the 8th house also represents a deep healing.
Mm-hmm.
So that can come from something that you have to prove to yourself, or that's
Yeah,
something that you want to overcome to prove to yourself that it's part of your healing process.
especially with Mars conjunct Chiron
Yeah.
in that 8th house, right? It's because 8th house healing is not a comfortable kind of healing. It's a healing through like crisis often, you know.
Yeah.
So here, just understanding that expansion in that part of the chart, Jupiter is expanding that 8th house for you. There's a lot of potential if you're able to let go of certain things, because 8th house, in order to heal, you have to let go of something. It's a very like kind of like shedding
Yeah.
skin kind of energy in terms of maybe how you deal with the resources.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like very important energy here. So yeah. And one thing we need to mention is the full moon in Sagittarius is going to be taking place on June 14th in your 4th house of home, of your comforts, of your sense of nourishment. And the 4th house full moon, it's just a whole, it's such a healing energy here, because it's in a very positive sign. It's in Sagittarius, in the 4th house. Just some sense of healing, like understanding certain things about your relationship, maybe ancestral relationship, maybe relationship with the maternal figures, maybe releasing some idea of what home looks to you or should look to you. Just very,
Yeah, and the relationship between home and work too.
yeah,
How much you dedicate to your home, how much you dedicate to your work.
yeah,
Have a kind of a healthy balance or choice to make between those two.
yeah.
And I do feel there is a healthy balance more than a choice. Because when
Mm-hmm.
I put up a card for you, you had the Queen of Pentacle. And
Mm-hmm.
Pentacle is very much you, it's your energy. It's the earth sign. Pentacle
Mm-hmm.
represents the earth, and you are earth sign. So the Queen of Pentacle for me represents you. And the Queen of Pentacle is someone who has a family that's taking care and that she's nourishing and like cook and clean and do have a sanctuary at home, but also is able to manage work and has responsibility at work and grow a wealth at work. Because
Mm-hmm.
Pentacle represents wealth too, and the material asset and position that you may have.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have the Queen of Pentacle, for me, it's a sign that you're coming into power to manage those two areas of your life. And this season for you, because Gemini represents your 10th house, which is your career, the axis of the 10th house, your career, and your home is highlighted during this season, and is
Yeah.
embodied by the Queen of Pentacles, which represent both, which I do feel there's going to be this notion of those two. And at the end of the deck, the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Pentacle. Again, we're talking about material asset position. Again, earth elements,
Mm-hmm.
your elements, and it's about work and improving your craft. It's about working to, usually this card is like a hobby or something that you love and that you're improving your skill to be the best at it. And that's what you're doing right now. So for me, it's very much related to your work and what you want to do in the world this season,
Yeah.
and when
It's
you
very,
want to start to improve.
very grounding energy, or both
Very
those
grounded.
cards scream ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a very I got this sensation that's like a very earthy, very like introspective season, with probably you needing to, especially around this full moon in Sagittarius, spend some time
Mm-hmm.
within your home and really like simmer in this energy. Well, with Virgos, good luck. Have a wonderful Gemini season. We love you very much, and
Love
many kisses, and hope
it.
next month.
Distribution.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.